I think there's so many pieces of advice you could give to students, so many things you could do to encourage them and to help them on their way. But if I had to pick just one, I would say do not forget your first love. Because there are a lot of distractions in theological study, in beginning your theological education. You can start off being very eager and keen, but then simply immersed and so fixated on it that you begin to neglect other things in your life, particularly your family and even your own spirituality. And in that sense, theological study can become something that almost inhibits your own personal and Christian development. So that's definitely one thing. That's why you need to keep your first love. But on the other hand, theology can become almost like an idol of the mind, where you simply pride yourself in gaining more and more knowledge, almost for its own sake, and a means of looking down on others. And when I look back on my experience in Bible college, I went into Bible college a solidly reformed guy, and I was proudly reformed. I put a sign on my door that semi-Pelagians were not welcomed in my apartment. I mean, I was hardcore. And I even ran the college bookstore when I was in seminary, and I stacked that college bookstore with the right kind of books, the books I thought people should be reading. And in fact, when I graduated from seminary, the student union gave me a gift, and the gift was a little booklet that said, why I disagree with all 5 points of Calvinism. That was my going away present from the seminary student body. And I'm glad I was, in one sense, known for my Reformed theology, but you know what? I really wish I was more well known for my love for Jesus and my love for God's people. That's probably the one regret I have from my seminary training. I wish I was more known for those things. And so I tell students, do not forget your first love. And your first love has got to be God. Mark Allen Powell has something to say about this, about the danger of being too doctrine-focused. Not just the busyness, but where it becomes almost an idol. And he says, you cannot have a relationship with your Christology, but you can have a relationship with Jesus. Your eschatology is not going to change the world, but the Lord Jesus will. No one will be saved by believing in your soteriology, but the Lord Jesus will save you. And no matter how much you love your theology, it will never love you back. And so I tell students, during your course of study, do not forget your first love.